Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got something very special today. We have two bikes. We have the new 1300GS, the white pure, and the triple black. Now the triple black has some additional features that the pure doesn't. The pure, as you know, is the more basic standard bike that you can get from BMW. All new, completely redesigned, completely new features around this bike that just make this thing more interesting than it ever has been in the past. On the Pure, you have on this model, you have the screen, the Brembo brakes. Now this one's already been fitted with the Touratech guards, which I think look quite nice if you ask me. Man, they actually look really nice. First time seeing those on the bike. It does have the single exhaust. This one does come with the small pegs, but obviously you would upgrade those. You do get the larger foot pegs in the back, okay, which is pretty nice. The connection points for the Vario cases, which are coming out. We should get those here in the States here pretty soon. They are on the way. You get the forged wheels, so this does save you some weight as well. The top box here does not have the connection on this one, but you can outfit that for that. All the controls and everything, like again, completely redesigned bike. Now this one, the triple black, is going to come with the double exhaust from the Akropovic. You get the same pegs, same riding pegs as the other one. However, what was really nice, this one has the ride adjust suspension, but that's what they call it. So heated seats on both of those, the pure and the triple black. The one thing I do find interesting here is this right here is a really big cubby hole, so it will fit a large iPhone in there. Okay, we've got it set up right now for the windshield to go up as a hotkey. So that's pretty good, but we're gonna give this a try. It sounds really nice. This is supposedly lighter. All right guys, so today's video is just going to be the first ride impressions. This is what, it's not intended to be a review, inspect, you know, it's not intended to be a review video going over all the specs about this bike or any of the other variants. It's a video just for me to share with you guys what my thoughts are on this bike as a BMW rider. So and I gotta tell you, so far we're heading down a normal road here in Denver, and the bike feels absolutely nimble. As can't say the word, but it feels extremely nimble. It feels a little bit lower to the ground at the moment, a little bit more planted. You still get the boxer feeling, don't get me wrong. It still rides like a GS. However, you do have a lot more features packed into this bike than ever before. And these electronics, these electronic aids, I should say, really do help the rider experience in a lot of different ways. Now, right now I'm in road mode, okay, and we're going to Parker Road. There we go. God, I mean, this thing is just silky smooth. I gotta tell you, I mean, absolutely silky smooth. This electronic windshield or screen. Okay, it's in its lowest setting right now. I'm getting hit basically just above my eye line and up. Okay, not bad, not terrible. It's giving me the airflow I'm looking for. The other is I'm getting some little extra air on the shoulders, so not too bad. I mean, this is definitely something I would use in more of an urban environment. But let's raise this up. And what I do like about this, you can actually set these the menu button there that's actually giving you quicker access to those instead of diving through the actual settings of the bike and go in that direction. So I mean, this bike is so far, I mean, it's phenomenal. Now you see here it comes with the GPS option as well, or the bracket. The screen does look a little bit more, I don't know if it's the same, but it does look like it's a little, a little crispier than mine. I do like it. It does make the bike look. I mean, these have the best TFT screens in the business, I believe. You do have extra. The Whizwheel does use different features with the bike. Your on switch now is on the upper right side of the handlebar. So that used to be where the key placement was, in the center down here. Your modes, you can still change your ride modes, your on and off. And now we do have this SOS availability here in the States. The cubby hole here, it will fit a large iPhone, which is good. Now this is a brand new bike, so I'm not gonna ride it too hard, but I'm gonna just keep it between 4,000 and 4,500 RPMs. The quick shifter, I gotta tell you, is so much cleaner and smoother than my 2018 model. Now obviously the 1250 generation, it was a little bit better as well, but this is definitely the she's knees, if you want to call it that. All right, so like I was saying before, this bike is absolutely hands down one of the best bikes I've ever ridden. It handles great. It's very slim through the legs. Absolutely, it's definitely feels a lot better than the previous version. The tank, the way this is, I like this gripper front here, which is pretty awesome. Than just having that little hockey puck looking thing from before. And then the sides here, the sides are much more friendly with the knee. I mean, I can really get my knee in there and it feels comfortable gripping the tank, sides of the tank. God, I do like that. I can definitely tell, this is something else I just realized now, is the positioning of the cylinder heads. The cylinder heads are, oh my God, they do seem a lot closer into the bike. I mean, it's just my perception, but I could definitely see that there's more leg room down here, to be honest with you. All right, let's switch lanes. Let's set the cruise control to 55. Boom. All right, let me back off to 55. There we go, 55. This dynamic cruise control is working fantastic. I mean, it's holding me supposedly 2 car lengths behind, and it's doing a fantastic job of it. Now, I don't want to say to trust this 100%, but see that the brakes are coming on now. The bike is slowing down. I'm not doing anything. It is, it's actually braking for me a little bit. Let's go back to resume. I'm in 5th gear. I mean, it's doing the work for me right now. I'm gonna get over. It's speeding up now. Let's go to 60, set that for that. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, you can literally just set this bike on cruise on long trips and just forget about things. You can just sit there and enjoy the ride and what you're doing more than anything else. The hand to seat and from seat to the pegs placement for your feet are in a really good position. I have no problems with the OEM pegs that are with it, or the brake lever, or the gear shifter. I mean, they're all in the right spots. It is a little different because I'm used to riding a different peg and levers on my bike, but the ergonomics of it, they feel amazing. This is a very hard ride. I gotta tell you, this thing really goes in the corners much easier than the previous models. Let's try standing up. Standing up on the bike feels great. I mean, obviously it doesn't have any risers, but you can get those. Well, I can tell you this much: if the adaptive ride height is working as I get going, I don't know, because you can't feel it. You can't feel the bike rise or lower. Again, supposedly this thing is lowering when I come to a stop. I mean, I'm flat-footed right now. Here we go. Let's get going again. Let's see here. Wow, I mean, this is what I love about Colorado. I mean, this is the way I go to work every day, and to have a view like this is by far the best therapy you could ever have. I mean, just looking at the mountains, when there's snow peppered all over them like they are right now, it really gives you a good opportunity to feel like you can take on the world, especially when you're on a bike. So my overall impressions of this bike is absolutely positive. I don't have any negatives. Well, we're almost to the end of our drive here. I gotta tell you, I'm a fan. I am a fan. So that's it for today's demo ride. I'm actually really excited to finally get the experience and the hands-on test with this bike. This is a brand new 1300, and everything about this bike is completely different from the front to back. I really don't think there's anything on this bike that has any similarities from the previous generation of the 1250, but I will say this thing is an absolute dream. I didn't really expect it to be as good as it was, but it really is. From the entire ergonomics of the bike is what's really impressive. The way the seat feels to the handlebars and the pegs, you're really in a great position, a commanding position still. So that was something familiar, yet a little bit different at the same time. So the other thing I'm very glad about is to experience the adaptive ride suspension. I believe that's what it's called. Right now it's in its lowest setting, so once the side stand is down and you start the bike, you get the side stand up, it will lift up on you, and then as apparently you continue to cruise at a certain speed, the bike will lift up even more. So watch, when I lift this side stand up, the kickstand up, the bike now is raising to a comfortable riding position here. It feels like it's, holy cow, it feels like it's gone up at least an inch, but I could be wrong. But it does feel like it's risen. There are some features of the controls that are completely different, which takes a little bit of time to get used to, but naturally every time a new generation comes out, there is always something that you have to relearn and gain that muscle memory again. So there is a front and rear radar type system in the front of this bike, which is really nice. So the adaptive cruise control, it works phenomenal. I set the cruise at 60, 65, and if someone is in front of you, it will actually slow down on you. I don't think it will actually stop for you completely, but it does slow you down pretty well once the person in front of you starts braking. Let's try the cruise control. I'm set at 60 mile an hour. Oh, it's slowing me down. And I'm actually downshifting as well while the cruise control is set. The electric windscreen, absolutely a blessing. I really enjoy that a lot. It's a little different getting used to the way it looks, the styling of it, but it does work and it is very effective. The elephant ears on the left and right side of that, it does deflect even more wind off and around you, which is great. So the other thing that's really cool is the center stand has an assist bar here. So once you pop that out and it's upright, push it down, it will actually lift up on you, and that way it's going to allow you to much more easily get this thing up on the center stand. So that's pretty cool as well. All right guys, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. But for the most part, I can definitely say, hands down, this is probably the best bike on the market right now for all applications. So if you are interested in anything like this, see your local BMW dealer, or better yet, come on down to BMW Denver. The boys right over here, they will be able to help you go over the bikes ins and outs with you a lot more in detail, go over the specifications and which of the 4 variants would be actually best for you and your needs. So with that said, guys, keep the rubber side down, and I look to see you out there on the trails.